What's up, the boxing world? Welcome to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy Rolon. Okay, the boxing world, listen, man, listen. We have to face the obvious now. We have to face the obvious. Canelo Alvarez does not want to fight David Benavidez. He does not want to fight David Benavidez. It is a duck. We can make up all the excuses we want by saying, doesn't want to fight Mexican or whatever stuff, whatever excuse you want. The truth is that Canelo Alvarez does not want to fight David Benavidez, and I can't blame him for that, because in that weight class, David Benavidez he has a lot of advantages. He's really big for that weight class. His long arms, he has a lot of advantages in the 168-pound weight class. Everybody thinks that, well, not everybody, pardon me for saying everybody, but a lot of people believe that since Canelo is not going to fight him, that he should move up to 175 and try to fight some of the top guys in the 175-pound weight class. I think that's what he said he was going to do. He's going to move up to 175. He's going to fight some guy, I think Ngachu or something like that is his name. Kind of like a tune-up fight before trying to fight the big guys or the champions, the top guys at the 175. The winner between Bivol and who's Bivol fighting? But anyway, it'll come up to me. He some people also believe that he should stay in the 168 pound and then he should fight other people. They thinking he should fight David Morrell. They're thinking that he might be afraid to fight David Morrell. I don't see how. Let me give y'all the take on this right here, man. Let me tell you, first of all, man, if you're new to the channel, let me go back to that. If you're new to the channel, please, man, I appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, I thank you for subscribing. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and I really, really, really appreciate any comment you can give me about what we're discussing. Now, listen. Going back to the David Benavidez, in the 168-pound class, they talk about him fighting Mike Morrell, and they talk about some top guys in the 68. Since he's not going to be able, since Canelo doesn't want to give him a shot, I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, David Morrell, he got 10 fights, man. He got 10 fights, and he got 9 knockouts. He's 10-0, 9 knockouts. He knocked out 9 bums. Like, that's what it is in the boxing world right now. People call it cherry picking, like you picking your opponent, man. And so, it got me to questioning myself, man, and got me thinking about, because a lot of times, the managers pick these fighters' fights. And it's not the fighter that's ducking anybody, What happens is managers get their fighter some fights and get their record pretty good and decent, and they get them to where they get them built up, because each fight you learn. So each fight you'll be getting better and better and better. They don't want you to just come out here, okay, I'm gonna manage you or promote you, and I'm giving you money, and I gave you signing bonuses or whatever I did to help take care of you to get your boxing career started. And now I'm gonna give you top guy fights, guys that's on your level moving. They want to make sure each fight you get better, you get better, you get better. And now when you start getting certain fights, you start, then you can see that, okay, now I'm ready. So this got me to thinking, because all my fights was kind of like, my first fight was kind of difficult. I was 0-0, and I believe the brother was from Connecticut named Chris Royal. He was 0-0, and we brought it in Atlantic City, first fight at Resorts. And that was like, whoa. But I went back because I'm seeing what's happening in the boxing game with all these fighters and how they patent these records and get these guys all these undefeated fights. So I went back and looked at my own record, and I noticed that there was some fighters that you don't know as a fighter. You don't know that the manager is giving you a fighter that you're supposed to win. I'm sitting there saying, like, my guys was kind of like tough, So, but I'm gonna tell you something. After a certain point, You need to be fighting some guys that's on your level or even better. So I went back and I checked my box rec to find out, like, man, did I get bums? Did they build me up? And so I came across. I remember when I was 8-0, I fought a fighter that was 9-0. His name was Paul Shorts. Okay, and it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I think it was like a 7th or 8th round. He threw his shoulder out in the fight or something. Anyway, I was 8-0. He was 9-0. I remember another fight when I was 11-0. I fought Mike Mungeon. Mike Mungeon was 18-2. Okay, I said okay. When I fought Lewis Howard, I was 13-0. He was 15-1. See, these is good fights. These not no fights that you fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? But okay, and when I was 18-0, me and Joe Lipsy fought out in the Palace. He was 19-0. 18-0 versus 19-0. We said the O must go. I remember that advertisement. So what I'm saying is, but the fighters don't know. It's not the fighters ducking the opponents. The managers get them fight. I looked at some other fights, my second, my third, my fourth fight. I'm looking at them like, dang, man, but I didn't know that until today. I know that's kind of weird. But listen, at some point, these fighters got to start fighting guys on their level. When you start getting in the top ratings, after you got better, it's time now to start fighting. And so we have to understand, Canelo doesn't want to fight David Benavidez. And everybody say he should fight David Morrell. David Morrell, he did nothing. He's 10-0 with 9 knockouts. He fought 9 bums. I looked at pretty much everybody weight class. In the 168 pound, you got number 1 person, Canelo Alvarez. He's the champion. He's number 1. He's the face of boxing. That's what we have to give Canelo Alvarez. He's 60-2 with 39 knockouts. Okay, I don't know how much longer he's going to fight. I know he's fighting, Canelo's fighting Manguia on May 4th this year. He's fighting Manguia. And it's not going to be such an easy fight. It's a competitive fight. Manguia's a worthy opponent, and you can't be mad at him. Look, I'm towards the end of my career. I'm not going to fight somebody that's going to knock me out or is going to possibly, beat me. And what do? I think it's the sanctions' fault. The sanctions need, okay, you don't want to fight him, then you got to give up the title. Okay? David Benavidez is number 2. Actually, the number 1. If you put Canelo as the 1, if you put Canelo as the champion, then David Benavidez is the number 1. Caleb Plant, he's rated number 3. Well, it would be 2, okay? 22-2, 13 knockouts. Christian Emberley, he's number 4, okay? David Morrell, he's only got 10 fights. He's 5 on the rating list right there. And Manguia is number 6. So I mean, Manguia, he's 43-0 with 34 knockouts. Again, it's not about how many wins you got, how many knockouts you got. It's about your opponents, your quality of opponents. Who you been in there with? Have you been in there with anybody that can fight? Or you just knocking out any bum they put you in there with? Now, people saying that David Benavidez, he said he was moving up to 175 and he was going to fight, like I said, I just said his name, Got You or something like that. Kind of like a tune-up fight, because he want to fight the winner of the number 1 and number 2 light heavyweight, which is Benavidez and Bivol. Okay? Now, listen. David Benavidez got an advantage on a lot of people at the 168 with the height and the power, but he don't have that advantage in the light heavyweight. Benavidez is a strong, hard puncher. He's 20-0 with 20 knockouts. And the other guy, both of them from Russia. Dmitry Bivol. Bivol was also from Russia. He's 22-0 with 11 knockouts. Now they're going to fight, and David Benavidez is supposed to be, or they're talking about fighting the winner of that. So that's not going to be an easy fight for him. That's not going to be an easy fight. Any of those guys right there. I mean, he might be now. Now Bivol already beat Canelo, okay, and so I don't know, man. So, I mean, if you're having trouble taking the 68, maybe if you're having trouble with 68, maybe David Benavidez should get ahead and move up and do it. Colin Smith will be rated number 3. He's from the UK, 175. So the top 3 guys that he would have to deal with would be Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, and Colin Smith. You know, so I mean, he could probably do that. He could probably move up and be competitive on that level. He's a big dude. He could probably handle that weight. June 1st, Beterbiev is going to fight Dmitry Bivol, and they're talking about him fighting that. I mean, Benavidez fighting them as he fight the winner. So Bivol is a risky fight, and I think Beterbiev is a risky fight for them. You know, David Benavidez, you know, I don't know if it makes any sense to move up and then move back down because you still want to fight Canelo. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What do y'all think, man? Do you think that he should move up? Do you think that he should stay in the 168? Or do you think, I'm going to tell you what I think should happen, okay? This is what I think should happen. I think that the sanctioning bodies should strip Canelo of the title if he's not going to fight the number 1 ranked guy. If David Benavidez is ranked number 1, he's the mandatory. He is the mandatory. Canelo, you have to fight him or give up the belts. That's just what it is, man. All this, you know, making up excuses, man, come on, man. Either you're going to fight him or you're not going to fight him, man. Let me know what you think, man. I really want to know what the boxing world think about this, man. Because it's making the boxing world think like, you know, everybody just build a fighter up. You know, you build a fighter. Get them bum fights. And then they get good. Now it's about money. Then we pick little fights. And then ain't nobody fighting the champions, man. I was watching the podcast today where a man was talking about Marvin Hagler, one of Marvin Hagler fights, man. He said that Marvin Hagler said, when I become champion, I will make sure the fans get their money's worth. The fans will see me fight the contenders that's worthy of my title. You want my title? Come try to get it. That's the mentality, man. Look, you want my title? Come try to get it, man. But they ain't talking that type of stuff in boxing today. Today's boxing ain't talking that, man. What they're talking today is, you know, let me see how much money I can make and the less challenge I get for the money, for the most money. That's just what it is. I don't know, man. Let me know what you know, man, about the video, man. Let me know if you like the video. I appreciate it, man, if you could subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I really, really, really would like you to hit that thumb button that you like the video and give me see what you got to say about what we're talking about. The question is, should David Benavidez stay down at 168, fight the top guys at 168, or should he go up to the 175 and look for trying to get a title? Because getting a title in the 168 is going to be difficult. Okay? Just remember though, okay, he already beat some top guys in the 168 pounder. So who else are he going to go to? The top guys. He beat Plant, and he beat Plant, and he beat my man Andre. He beat Andre. He beat Plant. I think that right there should qualify him to get a title shot. I mean, I don't say everybody. I heard some people saying that David Morrell should be worthy of a big fight, but he only got 10 fights, man. I don't see it, man. You know, I don't see it. Maybe Mbully should get a shot. He 26-0, with 22 knockouts. Maybe he should get it. That might not be a bad idea. All right, man. Listen, man. This is Derek Poppy Roland at Strictly Boxing. Just wanted to drop in, man. See what y'all got to say about this thing, man. Is it a cherry picking game now? What is it, man? They turned the boxing game into a cherry picking game. What Canelo gonna do? He done came in, got some power with the sanctions, and now he done got everybody messed up in this game. I don't know, man. This is Derek Poppy Roland at Strictly Boxing. Peace.